You caught me while I was chewing. Having my pickled celery snack tonight. What's up, y'all? We're back again tonight. Testing. For regional. Trying to make something out of this. Still not 100% convinced this is the deck I'm going to play. But I'm leaning that way. Hello, and a banana, and a banana, and a banana. Looks like we're short a stadium or two here. Not too bad otherwise. I'll grab a second timber. Made a few small changes to this deck before the show tonight. Oh, we got a girder. Nice. What? I can't play it there? I gotta play it there. Okay. Fine, 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 fine. Fine, 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 fine. Let's see what we can do here, gang. Well, there's one of our stadiums. I think we're still missing town store. Brack scooting. I think we could really use town store at this time too. But that's alright. We'll make do without it. We don't have a terrible setup so far overall. Of course, Dracloak always, or Dragapult always sets up. They always get everything they need. So, we just got to get ours faster. And we should be able to do that, at least to a certain extent. Oh, I think we got them right where they want us. I mean, where we want them. Yeah, that too. Let's play that. Try the enriching energy, see what we get. See if we can get some dun sparks. Well, we got one. Oh, we got a rare candy too. We got two rare candies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this way. Let's go this way. We're gonna grab another dun spars. Got other conkeldurs, so we're in good shape there. We do want to try to hit a conkelder if we can. Batman, what's good? How you doing, Batman?
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
How we doing there, buddy? Let's start ripping through some cards. We did not get a conkelder yet. Okay. Let's try again. Go again. Still didn't get one. Alright. I think we can get one, though. I think we can get a conkelder. I think. Yeah, we can. Yep. Oh, yep. Let's get that. That'll be good stuff to have. We'll do that. We don't need nothing else, so let's giggity. Got a 2-prize lead, and they don't have... Well, I mean, they got stuff, but they only got 2 cards in their hand. So they're kind of hurting. Doesn't mean Dragapult always gets it for some reason. So we'll see what happens. Celebrating 1 year anniversary, that's right. Yeah, happy anniversary. We'll play that later though. Not tonight. I think we got them bent over a barrel here, maybe. Still yet to be determined. This deck, I don't count my chickens before they're scrambled. They basically need Dragapult and run Neo Energy. Yeah, jamming tower, okay. Luckily we have another stadium. There's, geez, they got it all, see? See? Now I'm assuming since they threw away Hilda, they have another supporter. It's either going to be Hilda or, yeah, well, okay. It's alright. That's alright. Yeah, we got stuff, see? We got stuff. They get the Neo Upper too? They sure did. Look at that. They got everything out of 4 cards. How do you like that, huh? Told you, you can't never count this deck out. Well, we got things too, see? And we need a little bit of help on this one. Because we need to get Gravity Mountain. And we need to get a Binding Mochi. Now the Gravity Mountain we can get with Colress. And I think I'm going to play that now. We need Gravy Mountain, and we can grab this too. Because that'll give us 4 extra cards we can draw. So we'll play that. And we didn't get it yet. Okay. They just knocked out Fan Rotom, so that's no big deal. Let's play Gravy Mountain. And we will get rid of the Dunsparce. Hit the Dunsparce. We didn't get it. Well, we'll try again. And we didn't get it. Huh. Amazing we draw so many cards that we just don't get it. That's alright. I'm gonna go see what's in the deck still. Let's go look. Okay, we did prize 1 Binding Mochi. So we're 1 short from what we want. And then we really needed that card to get us through over the hump here. That's alright. We'll be alright. Binding Mochi would have got us a prize, 2 prizes this turn. But we didn't get it. So we'll just swing, see what happens. Don't worry about it, Ben. You gotta understand, though, sometimes I got other things we gotta do. And my health is taking a little bit of a turn for the worse, so that's alright. So they're going to get everything they need again. That's fine. And they have the counter catcher, so they're going to whack our Conkeldurr, which is why I wanted to get another Timber down. Oh yeah, and they're going to take out our benched one too, so we're going to lose 2 of them. Isn't that great? We used our Gravy Mountain against us, and I probably should have waited to play it, but I didn't. That's fine. That'll be all right. We're going to get 2 prizes plus 30 more damage on the board. We just got to get better. We just got to do more. Yep. Okay. So I'm considering grabbing the fan rotom. Yeah, the Cornerstone Ogre Pond is tough. There's ways around it, but you got to figure that out. You know, whether it's attacking with stage 1s or, you know, whatever. Thinking about getting the fan rotom to clobber this guy. Let's buddy and see what we got. I think we have a fan rotom. Yeah, we do. So we can go that route. We can jet into that. Yeah, that seems like a smart move, don't it? Don't it? We can do that. And then we can Night Stretcher and Hilda. Let's Hilda. We'll grab the Conkeldurr. No, we'll grab the Dunsparce. And we'll grab the this funny looking thing. Alright. Then we'll Night Stretcher for the Conkeldurr. No, not Girder. Conkeldurr. And we'll play this. Whoops, wrong one. Play this. Rare Candy to Conkeldurr. And then God, I wish we don't get the 06 machinations we needed or nothing. Yeah, I guess we just swing, right? So now they can't use Dusknoir against us because then they lose. So we have that. There's our Binding Mochi off the prizes. Well, there's a lot of different things you can do, Ben. You need something that doesn't have an ability on it. There's Jamming Tower. That sucks. We haven't been able to find another stadium yet. They're going to have another Dragapult, so that's fine. I got Dusclops. I'm assuming they're going to boss around our Conkle or around our Jetta, around him. And they're going to pull him up and knock him out. I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. Unless they just don't get the Dragapult. But you can't prevent Cornerstone Ogre Pond. Oh, they got the Dragapult. They got the energy. They got the Iono. That's close enough. That takes away everything we needed. We got Colress's Tenacity, though, which probably isn't going to help us a whole hill of beans. They can't boss us anymore. They can... No, there we got it. We got this one. No problem. They did take our boss away, though. That sucks. Alright, so we need a little bit of help here. Let's see if we can find some. That does not help. Because we can't use Ursaluna just yet. Ursaluna wouldn't be strong enough. So let's hit the Dunsparce. See if we can draw something good. No, we got the Xerosic too late. Alright, good night, Batman. So we're going to hit the Dunsparce again. That didn't give us what we wanted. We're going to hit the Dunsparce again. The third time this turn. And we still don't get what we want. So we'll grab a Dunsparce. We'll try for a fourth time to get what we want with the enriching energy. And we get it, finally. Hooray! Alright, so Ben, here's my advice to finding something that you want in your deck to take out Cornerstone Ogre Pond. Cornerstone Ogre Pond can't be attacked by guys with abilities unless they have an attack that says it goes through all effects on the defending Pokemon. Like Cornerstone Ogre Pond's own attack says, isn't affected by anything on the defending Pokemon. So he goes right through whatever might be there. Now, one way you can look at doing that is with Mew EX. Because Mew EX's genome hacking says it goes right through, or it takes the attack from the other guy and uses it on him. And that would include the ability to go through. Hey, look at that, I got some cards that I can actually have. And an SIR Lieutenant Surge's Bargain. Nice. But that also includes going through Cornerstone's ability. So Mew EX can go through it. The other thing you can look for, since you're playing a grass deck, is you can look for, like for example, a single prize grass Pokemon that has no ability. One of the ones that I was using was the Iron Leaves, the baby Iron Leaves, or the basic, not the EX. There's an Iron Leaves, I think it's in Twilight Masquerade, but don't quote me on that. I was using that one in the Beefalo deck. Because every other Pokemon in that deck has an ability. So that would be one suggestion since you're already playing grass. And you can transfer energy using Venusaur. Otherwise, I would suggest Mew EX. We're going to play... Look at this. I can't even move my people out. What the heck? No Colress, or no Buddy Poffin, no Pokeball. No phone, no light, no motor car, not a single luxury. Like Robinson Crusoe, it's as primitive as can be. So that would be my suggestion, is one of those two probably. I should have poisoned him, dang it. Oh well, that's okay. Underpants. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Mega Venusaur says you can transfer the grass energies around anywhere you want. So theoretically, not only does Mew give you a little bit of draw when you're short on cards, it also gives you the ability to use genome hacking. Wow, that's terrible. That's really terrible. Oh boy. I'm 90% sure this is a deck I'm playing Saturday. I do have two other decks put together. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how confident I am in any of them, to be honest with None of them have been running rampant in my games. Really, you're gonna Badoo lock me? Really? That's fine. Alright, fine. Alright, here we go. No, we don't. Let's go to Nunspires. Nah, of course not. We don't need no Nunspires. God damn. Urgh. Yeah, well, you know. Mochi! Mochi! Mochi. Mama. He's got 0 sec. I'm gonna. Oh, good, he doesn't. Thank God. Yay! No Zerosic. Then I gotta start dumping my hand. Hallelujah, you didn't get it. Jesus. I hate that card. Alright, what do we got here? We got nothing. Look at this. Here, we got this. Okay, let's do that. That's something. I guess we can do this. Sure. You want to finish that game? Well, we've been busy today. We got all the mail that we had ready to go. It was out and delivered, on its way to you guys. Whoever's got mail coming. Getting all my electronics packed. I've got multiple cameras, multiple phones, multiple batteries, multiple chargers. Got my backup battery for my solar battery. Two tripods. Maybe did I take 3 or only 2? I can't remember. Maybe I got 3. I got a lot of stuff. Cards are all pretty much packed. Then now it's just clothes. That's going to be a thing in its own right. But basically, gang, here's what we've done. We kind of went back to the old school way in the beginning where we had all the Pokeballs. And then we said, okay, what do we have to have that we can sacrifice some of these Pokeballs? We had to have a Night Stretcher because we have to have the recovery to be able to pull back Ursaluna if we have to throw it away, or one of our Brood Bonnets if we prize it, or to get a 4th Conkeldurr, for example. Very important stuff to have that. Or if we prize Timbers and we lose one, gotta have that. So that was a card that was an absolute must. Premium Power Pro, I've settled for 1, at least for the time being. A couple of reasons. Number 1 is we do need a little more horsepower with our attacks for some of the big megas. Also because I had 1 full art. So we did that. And then of course we've got 1 Boss's Order, because Boss's Order is just a staple in every deck. We had to have at least 1 Gusting card. So we have that. And you saw that helped against the Dragapult deck. And then finally we have these 06 Machinations, because Ben convinced me this was a good idea. And he's not wrong. So that's the only changes we have in from the base of this deck. I do like the changes. I think they're very helpful. I haven't used every corner of opportunity. Like, I haven't used the Premium Pro yet in a situation where I've needed it. Gardevoir might be the place where I need that. We're going to find out eventually. But I think having that one card versus one of the Ultra Balls is worth it. We'll see. The resistance for Gardevoir has cost me more than one game. Because in theory, if I have the 250 attack with the poison, if I have the Mochi, puts it at 290, and then if I have Gravy Mountain in play, that's 300. Or I can do 300, Gravy Mountain puts them down at 280. The problem is they're resistant. So it only lets me do 270, including poison. So theoretically, they can get out. Good idea. There you go. Except for you started with it. That stinks. Yeah, we don't have much to go with either here. Pretty rough start for both of us. And I don't want to play that on any of the other dudes. I don't want to play it on these dudes. So we're going to have to wait and see what we can do. So if doing math, okay, if we figure out the math, 250 base attack, 290 with the Mochi. Poison puts it at 300. Right? Yeah. And then Premium Pro puts it at 330, which we're still going to be 10 short. So even then it won't help. So maybe it isn't the best card in there. Thank you. Well, it didn't help much. We can try to do stuff, but the Mew EX is going to be a great card in that deck. Not only with all the other things that we talked about doing, but it's got a free retreat, so it's an easy pivot to use. Well, he's got the whole squad going now, don't he? Did you play this Artisan? I don't remember me playing that. Well, we'll get through there. Okay, let's go to work here. All right, let's play that. That's Artisan. Can't use Fan Rotom anymore, but John Parker, what's up, John Parker? How you doing, buddy? We'll do that. We'll do this. God, what do I want? So it's nothing. I guess I'll grab that and that. How was Card Party, John? Not again. Got home today. Fantastic. I'm glad you had a good time. I haven't got much time to be watching anything as far as, people's videos and all that. Caught up with the Emperor Pikachu a little bit, Wayne a little bit, but very little. Between illness and actually trying to get ready for what is likely going to be my last trip. Going to Milwaukee Regional on Friday, I'm leaving. It's a 3.5-hour drive, but the girls are going with me, so I can get I can actually get my scooter there instead of trying to get it on an airplane. So I'll have a little bit easier time. So, yeah, I've been down for 3 weeks sick, and I got this trip Friday. So, busy. But I'm glad it was fun. Sure you don't want any more guys out? Got everybody. Look at him. He's got everybody. Okay, well, let's see if we can piece something together out of this, shall we? I don't know if that's the best idea in the world, but we're going to try it anywho. We have to Hilda, because he took away our energy again. Let's see what we can do here. See if we can get some stuff that actually works. Not like that. That's pretty bad. Well, let's do it again. Girder helps a little. Another Denun's. Oh, I played all those this turn? Oh, great. I guess we'll do that. That might have been a mistake, too. Alright. Jeez. Guess we'll just keep punching. You notice we're lacking some of the things that are in this deck that we really need, like Rare Candy, Conkeldurr. I could have got, technically I could have got a Iron or Brood Bonnet there, but well, here comes Badoo now. Yippee Skippy. He's got the Mega, so we're gonna be fighting with that. We're having our hands full of that situation. Yeah, we gotta get our stuff together here, gang. Not good. And we're itchy pollen, so we can't even use the Pokeballs to help us search. Now that he's got us itchy pollen locked, we can't use them. So, we're going to just have to keep swinging and see what we can do. I already know where this is going to go. I know what he's going to top deck. I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to fall for it. Sure wish I could be drawing some evolutions that we could be using. Thin this hand out a little bit. Jesus. That's good. Now you're using that like it should be. Good. Ah. Crap. I knew it was coming, but crap anyway. He's loaded for bear pretty much. And an earthen vessel. Wow. Well, there you go. In case he just needs more energy. And more energy and more and more and more. But this is what we designed this deck to do, I guess. What are you doing? Why did you do that? Yeah. Hi.
The stuff in the dryer is yours. Yours
Okay.
was still pretty wet.
Okay. Thank you. I'll get it when I go upstairs. All right. let's see what we can do next, shall we? I've got myself as low as my hand can go without throwing away cards uselessly. Got draw power in case. Oh, he's not doing nothing. What the heck? Well, I have to do this. I'm gonna make him choose before it's too late. We're gonna go start thinning our deck out before we draw again. Get some of the energy he's got off the board. I don't know if I want to draw anything, to be honest with you, gang. I think I'm just going to let it ride. Oh, I forgot to poison him. Crap. Dang it. Forgot to poison him so I get the KO. Fudge. Yeah, that's the only downside to taking that energy at the board. And now he's got energy retrieval to get it back. Got some dudes in the discard pile, so we did okay. Can't believe I forgot to poison him. Yeah, I anticipated that coming. I shouldn't need this. I was waiting for that, Ben. Learning how to play around it. That cost us a couple little things, but there I can't look at my discard pile again. This game is so screwed up. And he's got a switch, so that'll be the end of our fan room. So he's going to come out and hit us with the power dump. And then we've got our hands full dealing with that. Now, well, I guess I can't look at it because, you know, it don't want me to. We can hit this thing hard, but we can't knock it out in one hit. 2 hits we can do, not one. He's not attacking. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go use this. I don't think so. No, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. This time, we're going to make sure we poison him. Then we're going to hit for what we hit for. Now the bad news is he can heal 30 off with his attack. So that's probably still not going to put him in one-shot range unless all of our pieces fall into line. That's going to be Gravity Mountain, the Premium Power Pro. The Mochis we already have, so we've got that. So we've got some of the pieces we need. We just need to finish the job. Potentially, we could one-shot this. Potentially. But we need a little bit more stuff. What do you get the heck out of here with that? Boss's hors d'oeuvres me. Oh, dang it. That's not going to make things any easier. So now he'll heal 30 and then take 10 from poison. And he whacked our dude. So now we get to go after this thing and see if we can take it out. Let's see what we can do. JD, how the heck are you, man? All right. Got a lot of aches in my bones trying to feel what's going to happen here. I don't like it. We're going to thin the deck as much as we can, which isn't very much. Then we're going to start drawing. There we didn't get any of it. Try again. There's none of it. So we'll try again. There's none of it. Or very little of it. Oh, wait. Maybe we can do this. Okay, I think we can. Yeah, we can do this. We can do, I think, well, no, we didn't get the power premium. We didn't get the PP. So we still can't one-shot Venusaur. So we're going to do this. Grab Conkeldurr. Put him up. Wait a minute. Let me do the math here once. 250, 290, 300. Yes, we can knock it out. Yes, we can knock it out. Gravy Mountain. Gravy Mountain is our friend. I think we can one-shot it. We can. We did it. We one-shotted Venusaur. Well, two-shotted because we warmed it up earlier. Two-shot. 1.5 shot. How about that? I'll settle for the middle. The downside is, excuse me a minute. I like to do that right in the microphone. We had to draw like a crazy person. And I have a funny feeling if he has his second Xerosic, if he does, it's going to cripple us. Also, Ben, when you get in a knockout like that, put your Mew up first. He didn't knock us out. Oh, he didn't knock us out. Oh my goodness. He didn't knock us out. Another tough one. I don't know if this is going to be the right combination or not. But I really like how it feels right now. Having that Premium Pro in there is great. We haven't been able to use it in any situation yet, but we do happen to draw into it when we need it. It would be nice. Okay, I got a question for those of you that are here. If you guys remember a few weeks ago when Phil and Krista were here, CSC Collectibles, and they were here for the Thursday. Why does it do that to me? When they were here for Thursday night live stream and donated all the stuff that they did. Come on, Fan wrote them. Fudge. One of the things that they donated is still on our prize board because nobody has been playing barbecue drop lately. So my question is, he gave us this right here. Play Series Pack 4. So my question is 4 a good one for you guys to have? Or would you like something newer? Because about half the cards in here probably aren't playable. We got a 6 we can put in its place. Let me know what you think. Oh, great, it's still my turn. End turn. There we are. I thought I already clicked end turn, my fault. Artisan's a great card to have out. We appreciate that one. I'm not sure if 2 Shamans in that deck is proper. Might be. Lying down, no retreat. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. Oh, well, I got Artisan. He's already got Artisan down for us. Let's see what we got in the deck here. We got Artisan, we got Town Store, we got Perilous Jungle, we got Enriching Energy, missing a Dunsparce, missing a Timbers on the board. We got all those guys. Missing a Colress, missing a Hilda. Why'd you give up? It was turn 2. I was searching. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, maybe he bumped the wrong button. That's possible. Why? I don't want to look at shoes. Stop giving me shoes. We'll see. Oh. I gotta go find some. This chair's starting to struggle to roll. I'm gonna have to get some lubrications in here. Try to make this thing roll a little better. I gotta clean the floor in here too. It is dirty. All right, what do we got? We got, oh boy. We got these guys again. Yay! Let's play these guys again. Yay! Oh, buddy. What the heck? Really? Oh, you guessed it. I prized both Fan Rodhams. Nice. Prize them both. They don't do me any good sitting in the prizes. Yeah, that's probably all we can do. Son of a biscuit. I'm really good at prizing things in pairs. I'm really good at that. Need Super Rod? Nah, they're both prized. Need Charmeleon? They're both prized. You want Fan Rodham to start the game? They're both prized. Don't worry about it. Not doing good. I'll take the Artisan, though. That helps a lot. Thank you very little. Maybe we can go get a Fan Rodham. Oh, wait, they're both prized. No wonder my hair is gray and falling out. All right, let's see what we can do this time. Well, we can do this. Ah, that's a good play. So we can't attack with fan rotom because we don't have it. So let's go grab the Dunsparce, hit the Dunsparce, and we'll grab the Enriching Energy, and we'll see what we can do with those. Let's play the Enriching Energy. Probably should have Artisan first. Ugh! Ugh! Alright, let's try again. Hit the Dunsparce. Jesus. Well then. Okay. I mean, this works, but dang. Talk about making a guy go at it the hard way here. Holy sheep dip. I don't need to do anything else, I don't think. Well, you know, not going to take the chance. Not going to take the chance. Let's get another one of these guys down. Just in case. Once again, I have no idea who the hell Justin is, but, you know. I guess if you got to try to look at the world in a positive light, right? What is it? A glass is at least half full, or a glass is only half empty? I don't know. Whatever. However you look at things. When I prize both of the fan randoms, it leaves me more copies of the other stuff that I need. So they're being the sacrificial lambs. I don't know. Oh boy. Here comes Tall, Dark, and Gruesome. Fruit! Now we've got our hands full. Oh, thank goodness he threw in his erosive. Hallelujah! That sleepy little town of Pascagoula. He didn't play a supporter yet, did he? No. Underpants! Where is it, Underpants? And he plays Iono. Well, I guess if I'm going to get hit with Iono, now is a good time. Hey, that's great. Thanks so much for that. Much better. Look at Ben. His deck rips cards, I'm telling you. See, he was just down at 2 cards a minute ago. Now look at him. Now he's ripping. Because he rips when he skates. Oh, no. He never hesitates. He's a wizard, I know. Anyway. Modern gladiator, and he got no because he skates. Look at that. And he's still pulling cards. He's still ripping cards. He didn't get enough energy in play to be able to attack with old Fruit Loop or whatever the hell they call him, but he did good. Got a lot of stuff on turn 2. It's unfortunate he had to suffer that, losing that cornerstone turn 2, but it's going to happen, I'll guarantee you that. Hey, look, there's Pee-Pee. It showed up in time to go to work. We got Pee-Pee. Well, let's go see what we can find. Oh, that's nice. Look at that tomato. Heck yeah. Let's play that. Let's play that. I'm feeling that. Hey, let's do it. We're gonna go. I shouldn't do it, but we're gonna do it. Let's go. More pee-pee. Oh crap. Alright. Settle down. We didn't get our Binding Mochi, which is fine. Turns this into a 2-shot either way. So be it, Jedi. 280 plus poison, though, not bad for no energy. I got that monster on the ropes. I knew he had it. I just knew it. Huh. How much do I value this card? Quite a lot, actually, right now. And to be honest with you, I could have threw away the Dunsparce, kept one of the energies, and Night Stretchered it, but I had to put a Conkeldurr in there already, which I'm not able to show you because my game apparently is broken. But take my word for it, I wanted the Conkeldurr access more than anything else. Now, is that 2 of them dumb things he's played? Yep, okay. I don't know how many he plays. I don't think those were in his deck we built in real life on Sunday. Can't remember. You threw a third. He's got 3 now. There's at least 3 in his deck. No wonder he hits them on me all the time. He's got enough energy to attack. If he puts them all on Venusaur. Or if he's got a switch card or something else, he does. Boy, it's so predictable what he does. I know exactly what's going to happen. I know what he's going to do before he does. Alright. Oh, well, there's our Mochi showing up. Good old better late than never is finally here. Do I want another stadium? Time for bed. Good night. Thanks for being here, Anna. Do I want a stadium? Gravy Mountain wouldn't be enough to help us in the long run. Let's grab Town Store. We'll just keep that in our pocket for right now, I think. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. We'll just keep all that in our pocket for right now. Now, if he gets another Venusaur, we could have some struggles here. Got our fan rotoms finally. Well, with one's tucked away in our deck. The other one's in our hand. Woohoo! Ah! Glad I kept some draw on the board at least. I'd like to have hit another one, but you guys know the old saying, right? Beggars can't be chop suey. Something. Oh, he's going to get loaded with energy now. Look at him go. More energy, more energy, more energy. Ah, 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 ah. Now, why would you do that? I can knock that thing out. Oh, look, we drew fan rotom. Oh, look, we drew nothing else we can use. I guess it probably didn't really matter. I could knock out anything he pushed in front of me, so yeah, he's probably right. Valid point. Valid point. Then that deck draws like crazy. Get all the guys set up. We just need to figure out what we need to get to the next level. I don't know what that's going to be yet. All right, well, we get this one started. I gotta go find something. It'll only take me a minute. Won't take me long at all. Probably take me like 20 seconds, maybe 30. Got something that's bugging me right now, and I got to take care of it. Oh, pardon me. Oof. That pickled celery is coming back for a second calling. You know, we got some of the sucky guys to start with. We haven't had an Ursaluna start in a long time, knock on the linoleum. Okay, that helps a little bit. We got something we can use. That's not something we can use. And we can put it there, but, you know. No fan rotom again. Yay. Was he in the deck? Oh, I don't get to look at everything, do I? That's right. I only get to look at 7 cards. I forgot. Poison! Be right back. Oh, my back's getting stiff sitting in this chair. Day after day after day after day. I get angry, I will say. Do I want to do that or do I want to start swinging? Here's hoping for the best. He wanted the best. No, not even close. Oh, that's not right. There we go. All right. Oh, that's why. Yeah, one prize. Prize one again. That's okay. Got to clean my big monitor. You guys remember a while back we were on live and I had a fly down here and I ended up splatting him right on the screen. Then something else got on there. I might even have splatted a second one. I don't remember. But anyway. Got fly guts. That looks better. Yay! Yay! Okay. He's almost got another Venusaur built up already. We kind of got to get our engine going here, don't we? Better get started on that. Did he take... Oh, yeah, no, that's right. I remember now. Never mind. Settle down, Beavis. Well, that almost worked. I should say it kind of worked. Some of us are here. Hey, that's one of the cards we wanted. Yippee Skippy. Yippee un Skippy. You know, I hate to say it. I probably shouldn't. But the deck is slowly starting to come around. Maybe we finally found the right combination of balance. Could he bring balance to the forest? Gravy Mountain! Touch a mountain, feel a mountain. Climb a mountain. Ah! He hasn't played any yet. Okay. Itchy Scratchy. What do we get? Rotten candy. Can't use it. So, lettuce. Oh, wait a minute. I know where lettuce goes in this turn. Okay. All right. I got it. I got this. I'm going to grab that and that. All right. I know what's going to happen. You guys already know. You already know what's going to happen. We're going to do that. We're going to start getting rid of a few things. Because it's coming. It's either going to be Iona or Xerosic. You know it. We're going to get some stuff played down. Not all we can do, I guess. Ben, I'm almost wondering if you shouldn't swap one of those shamans for another Badoo. I think Badoo would be more beneficial to you. We also got to get those Forest of Vitalities in your for your stadiums. Love Mew in the deck, though. That seems to be helping out a little bit. Didn't play the Xerosic. I don't know why. Mathematically, he could attack this turn. He's choosing not to. I have to take advantage of that opportunity. Wait a minute. Why can't I play Rare Candy? Oh, because I don't have anybody Rare Candy into. Damn. Okay, let's try it this way. I really don't want to draw this many cards, but... I really don't want to draw this many cards. Ay, 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 ay. I know I can't one-shot this thing, but I'm going to soften it up to finish it off. Nothing else I need to do. I can hold that. Venusaur is just so dang big, and I got to do stuff to just try to get through it. Why did I play that Premium Pro when I didn't attack with Conkeldurr? Oh my god, my stupid... Ah, dang it. I planned on moving Conkeldurr up and swinging as hard as I could. I didn't. Not very bright. Definitely was not thinking on that play. Really don't want to do anything else. Always push Mew up first. Good. You've got your free retreater up there. After you do your stuff, you can move him back and bring up somebody else. It's 9 o'clock already? Holy crap. Hearing my bright ideas, I was going to go to bed early tonight. Ha ha ha.
Oh no!
Well, let's see what we can do here. Took us down to one card, but it's a pretty good one. I assume he's going to come at us with Venusaur, but I could be wrong. Alright, there's that. let's start digging. I don't think we need anything else. Just to be on the safe side, we're gonna go through the motions like we do. Just so we say we've gone through the motions. Yeah, we've pretty much drawn into everything, so we're okay. I think we do just enough to knock him out. Just enough. Like exactly at 350 after poison. Barely enough. Just barely. Just barely. Command's not doing so good tonight, gang. Not good at all. Well, we're going to go... I'm going to make a change to a deck. I can't remember where it is here. I played this one on Sunday. Ended up 3-1, as I said. I do have this built for regionals in case I decide to play it, but I doubt it, just in case. This is the only change I've made to it. So I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. I mean, I like the deck. The play is decent. I think Lily's going to be an improvement over Research. Because Research always seemed like it was giving me, you know, I had the option. It's like, here, throw away a bunch of good stuff or don't play a supporter. So, and we play 16 supporters in the deck, so we should never be short. But for some reason, in real life at least, I can never draw my boss's orders. I ran into that again on Sunday. I had 4 boss's orders in my deck. I can pull something up and knock it out. Except for I can't find them. And I remember a few weeks back, we were playing against Hail to the King. Cole was playing that. And the exact same thing happened. Only that time I was only down 10 cards in my deck. And I still didn't hit a boss's orders the entire game. So I don't know. Deck functions pretty good. It's set up for a lot of the different matchups when I can do pretty well with it. We'll see. I do like that deck a lot, though. I really do. The original build we did on that deck came out before Black Bolt and White Flare. Oh, excuse me. That's fine. Take your time. I'm here. So while we're waiting, Ben's taking a look at doing something different. I don't know if any of you have been following the 3i Atlas thing. I think we've mentioned it briefly on here once or twice. But I love space stuff in general. What the heck is this? Hold on a minute here. Mill. Where is that? Oh, Wasika. That'd be fun. I wish I could. Well, maybe I can. We'll see. Anyway, so 3i Atlas is an interesting thing. You know, this is in modern times that we've been able to track things in space. It's our third interstellar visitor. Those of you that may not be familiar with any of this stuff, what that means is things that come from outside of our solar system. Things like Halley's Comet, for example, regular comets that we have, more or less just stay in our solar system and orbit our sun on a very huge trajectory. So they come around once every 80 years, right? So in comparison to that, just give you a little bit of a comparison. Let's do Mars, okay? So Mars, for example, takes 687 days to orbit the sun. So it's a little bit, almost double the length of our year. So it's pretty long, but not super long. But then you take something like Jupiter. Okay? Jupiter takes 12 years to orbit the sun. So then when you think about something like Halley's Comet taking 80 years or whatever it is to make a lap, and we see it once every 80 years, it's a pretty big orbit. But nevertheless, it's a member of our solar system, more or less, routinely. These interstellar ones come from outside of our solar system. Who knows where? And scientists can kind of study about where they come from, or at least what direction they came in from. They probably are going to come through once in their lifetime, which could be billions of years, and we'll never see them. This crazy thing that they got out there right now just passed Mars a couple of days ago, and it's going to be probably the closest look we're going to get at it because of the trajectory this thing's on. By the time it gets to the closest point, it'll be near Earth, which isn't super close, but closest it'll get. It's going to be behind the sun where we can't see it. By the time it gets out from behind the sun, sometime in December-ish, it'll be almost all the way back out near Jupiter. Our ground-based observatories won't be able to see it that clearly, at least any more than they have already. So the NASA, ESA, all these people that have things on Mars, near Mars, which it came within like 30 million kilometers of Mars or something, which by space terms is pretty close. They were supposed to be pointing all these telescopes and orbit instrumentational things, and all this stuff is supposed to be pointing at it. Try to get the best pictures they can, as close up as they can, because the first two interstellar objects that came through here in the last, I think one was 17 and one was 2020 or 22 or something like that. JD's back. Yay, JD's back. Those things didn't get close enough where we could really take a close look at them. Well, when you think about all the cameras and equipment and reading things and sensors and satellites and all this crap that the entire planet, China, United Arab Emirates, the ESA, whoever, have all these things that are on and near Mars studying it. And this thing came within 30 million kilometers of Mars. So you think, well, that'd be great. We can look at Mars, or from Mars, get some nice readings, figure out what this thing is. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, well, the gases have been weird, and the metals coming off of it have been weird, and its trajectory has been changed to the point where it looks like it was changed intentionally, and all these other things. The glow is weird, whatever. Some of the people are saying, well, it might be manufactured, not natural. Sure would be nice to know, right? Part of the reason that people say that is if you look at ancient drawings, paintings. You know, we're talking like Egyptian stuff and beyond. You don't want to play that? What the heck? What the heck, Ben? Well, anyway, if you look back in those times, there's pictures of these giant cylindrical objects in the sky that everybody's worshipping and blah 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 in these paintings. Okay, and although the scientific equipment near Mars was functional and pointed at that thing, considering, oh, excuse me, our government is on shutdown, NASA ain't saying nothing. We ain't got people in place to do that. We had 15,000 whatever laid off because of the government, yada, yada, yada. Convenient that happened at exactly the same time. Ben, what are you doing? Oh. Alright, well, get the right one. Take your time, do it right. So anyway, most of the imaging that was taken by the United States, by NASA, for example, has not been released in a timely manner like it normally is. Especially when things are normal, like, oh, look, it's a comet. Here's why we think that. That hasn't happened for one reason or another. And people will say, well, it's because Trump shut the government down, blah, 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 blah. And that may have some validity to it. I don't know. I'm not part of the government, so I don't know. I can speculate all day long and may or may not be right. But what I do know is even if Trump is controlling the government, saying, well, NASA, you can't really say anything because you're all furloughed until we get this, the Democrats get on board and, play ball or whatever. That has nothing to do with the European Space Agency. It has nothing to do with the United Arab Emirates space program. It has nothing to do with the Chinese space program. And all of these things also have assets near Mars that were pointed at this thing flying by. So even if our government shut it down and they didn't want to talk about it for whatever reason, or they shut it down because of budget cuts and whatever, doesn't matter. All these other agencies are not part of our government. And they ain't saying nothing either. So I find that very interesting. Not so much because I necessarily think that this actual thing is it's ET, it's spaceship, it's whatever. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. I just don't know. And we don't have enough evidence to say. But do I think there's the conspiracy of Area 51? Do I think there's the conspiracy of, we've had aliens on this planet either decades or thousands of years even by some people's depiction of these old drawings and paintings and stuff? I do think that there is in fact, you'd have a hard time convincing me that there is not life somewhere else in this universe. There has to be. With the trillions of planets that exist in our universe, there has to be life somewhere else. There just has to be. Okay? I don't care what anybody else says. That is a reality. Not sure if I like where this is going, but I'm going to try it. Anyway, so I sit and think to myself, something else has to be going on that we don't know about. Now, whether it's our government hiding things from us, whether it's visitors from another planet are hiding things from us and covering up by using the government. Maybe they're part of the government. I don't know. You could think about that all day long and never come up with something that is irrefutable at this point. But there's a lot of questions that are out there that need to be answered. And I've always had this theory. When you look at Area 51, for example, okay? Everybody knows Area 51. Everybody knows what it's about, okay? And if you ask the government, they're always going to tell you, oh no, it's not a secret base. It's a military installation where we test new things, blah-de-de, 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 blah. Maybe it is. I don't know. But they never come out and tell us, right? But here's my thing behind this. And maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. If you think I am, that's fine. I don't blame you. Okay? But I try to look at past practices. I try to look at reality. I try to look at things that make sense to me. And one of the things that doesn't make sense to me, and I've talked about this in a lot of different places, social medias, whatever. It's always bothered me that our government is more protective of Area 51 than other places that should be more protected. For example, I think our Department of Defense, our military, all those things are big and strong, and one of the reasons why World War III has never happened, why nobody's actually tried to invade the United States since, forever. Alleged, forever. So, if that's the case, and our military is one of the most important offices in our country, we protect it with everything. Right? Got to protect that military because that's super important. Why is it you can walk up to the Pentagon, where our biggest military leaders in the entire country are? All the five-star generals, all the decision makers, all the fancy pants are all in the Pentagon. Right? And bringing up a negative memory, 9/11, they flew a plane right into the Pentagon. Okay? Those are facts. Okay? I've been to Washington, D.C., went up to the Pentagon after 9/11, and was still able to get close enough to take nice pictures of it. Yet you step 10 miles near Area 51. They have sensors in the ground that will read your footsteps. And the signs that are posted outside of Area 51 say you are stepping onto federal government property, blah-de-de-blah. You are trespassing, blah-de-de-blah. These are paraphrases, of course. And you can be prosecuted all the way up to death. They will shoot you for stepping on Area 50 within 10 miles of Area 51. So my question at that point is why? Why would they be so protective of Area 51? And not the Pentagon. And I get it. Yes, there are military secrets there. The SR-71 Blackbird was developed there. The stealth bombers were developed there. I get all of that. Okay, I understand. And they want to protect those secrets from the Russians, from the Chinese, from whoever. Get that too. I understand. But would it be more debilitating to our military and we'll just pick on the Russians just because, not that I think any more or less of Russia than any other country, but let's just pick on them for the sake of the argument. Would it be more crippling to our military? Hey, it's working good. Yeah, so far, Gates Musher, how you doing? Would it be more crippling to our military to have a few secrets about military operations or new developments leaked out of Area 51? Or would it be more devastating if they destroyed the Pentagon with everybody in it? These are the ways I look at things. Am I wrong looking at things that way? Sure. You want to say I am? Great. And tell me where I'm don't make sense. I see what you're trying to do, Ben, and I don't mind this idea. But get the Ferrothorn out of the deck. Yeah. Well, you know, we were talking about 3-Eye Atlas a little bit, Gate Smasher. And Gate Smasher, sorry. But conveniently, the government shut down at the time when that thing's closest to us and we can see it the best. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? What do we got left in here? 1 energy. Well, right. But think about it though, Gate Smasher. The military lines, all of the big military brass, all hang out in the Pentagon. True or false? And if you wanted to cause turmoil in our country, wouldn't it make sense to do it by taking out the biggest leaders? Because it would take time for our country to scramble to figure out what the hell they were going to do. Kind of like it did on 9/11. They didn't take out the entire Pentagon, but us getting planes in the air too late, etc., made things worse. Granted, the hijacking and hostages also contributed significantly to that. Not saying it didn't. But it would be an amazing way to shut down our military, at least temporarily, by taking out all the brass. And it would be a lot easier to do that than destroying all of their... well, yeah, me too, okay. But the most in charge minds, how's that? They are in charge, right? They're the ones calling the shots. Whether you agree with them, disagree with them, think they're wonderful or think they're horrible. All the 5-star generals, all the big admirals, all the Captain Crooks, whatever you want to call them, they're all at the Pentagon. Please excuse my nose. This probably wasn't the best test for your new deck, Ben. All metal weak to fire. But, like I said though, you know, why is it that you can walk up to the Pentagon and take a picture in front of it, yet you go within 10 miles of Area 51 and they shoot you on sight? And there's signs up there that'll tell you, you walk on the property, you may be shot on sight. Well, people have posted those pictures all over the place. Everyone on social media has pictures like that. I agree. But you know as well as I do, good soldiers and good military people are going to follow orders. Obviously, if they don't make sense, right. But they're going to be, what are your orders, Captain? What are your orders, General? What are your orders, Admiral? What steps do you want us to take? Whatever. And if there's nobody there to tell them, then the chain of command has to go down. And without a centralized location like the Pentagon or something of that nature to centrally organize our military, it goes rogue to a certain point. This leg is over here, not communicating with that leg, not communicating with that leg. So we got a centipede with 100 legs, all doing their own thing and hoping that we go in the right direction. Is it that drastic? Probably not. Could they reestablish communications between those next in line? Sure, absolutely. Just saying it would slow things down. And it would be more significant of an impact to take out the entire Pentagon than to get some secrets out of Area 51. So what do they really got in Area 51? That's my whole point. They protect Area 51 a whole lot more than all those generals and people in the Pentagon. Way more. They protect Area 51 more than the President, Pentagon, White House, every congressman and woman, every senator, everybody else in our government is protected less in combination than Area 51. That makes no sense to me. Well, they protect Area 51 better than either side of the fence in Washington protects our border. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Make them retire after a certain point. But think about it. I don't care which administration you believe in. This side, left side, right, left, wing, same bird to me. Okay? But for the last 70 years, 100 years, 200 years, for all we know, that southern border has not been 100% secure. Now you go to other countries. Poland, for example. The Polish Prime Minister came out on TV during the Ukrainian war. Is your game this week? Yes, it is. The tournament is Saturday. We're leaving Friday. So I'm trying to get as much time in as I can. You want me to use draw? That's fine. Yeah, I've only got a few more days before we leave, Gate Smusher. So let's just use it. Area 51's been around, what, since the 30s, 40s, something like that? Somewhere in that general area. Our southern border is less secure than Area 51 has been for the last 80 years. Or whatever. Whatever the time frame may be. 70 years, 50 years. But they care more about protecting that 100 square miles or whatever it is out there in Nevada than they do about protecting the 1,700 mile border. Well, you know, and that may be true. I stopped watching the news and I stopped following politics because it became more of a pissing contest and a, excuse my French, shit show than actual politics being done. They're dividing this country by making us hate each other, trying to follow them, than they're doing any good. And I spent 3 decades of my adult life studying and following politics very closely. And I've watched what they've done. And they continue to do. Only one. That's why I'm testing different decks so I know which one will function the best for me. I want to have my best deck, my best knowledge of a deck, and my best opportunity to be able to play well. Do I expect to win? No. But I have been in these large tournaments in the past, and I have done really bad, and I've done fairly well. Case in point, 2007 regional was the last regional I played in. Yeah, like that. That's it. Yeah. 7 mulligans? What the French? We'll go 70s. That's fine. I'll go along with that. Wait, how does that saying go from RoboCop? I'd buy that for $1. But yeah, I just sit there dumbfounded thinking, oh my gosh, you know, we've been watching this You know, they come out and they'll say, "Oh, your Democrats are doing this, or your Republicans are doing that, or you're so and so, and you're this, and you're that, and you're the other thing." And the reality of it is this: not only do none of them care what happens to you, with the exception of you not being able to provide tax money for them to live on and do their dirty deeds, whatever they do. But they want you to fight with your neighbor. They want families torn apart. I've had 2 members of my family disconnect from me for a period of time, back a few years back, because my political opinion, yeah, that's right, they're always lying to the people. They don't care about you. They don't care about any of us. All they care about is themselves. Not a single one of them leaves office without having more money in their pocket than when they went in. And the hard reality of that is they've turned politics into a career. Public service should not be a career. And I've argued that point until I was blue in the face and everybody looked at me like I was insane. They're probably right. I am insane. But I don't think I'm wrong either. And nobody's ever been able to prove it otherwise. And, you know, there's probably a select few people that have been in our government. Yeah, creating and more taxing and more taxing. Yes, absolutely. And then you can say, yeah, but the rich don't pay taxes because they get tax cuts from their buddies that are in there. Yeah, you're right. And a primo example of that is in 2016, the debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton stated that Trump doesn't show his tax records, et cetera, because he doesn't pay any taxes, et cetera, whether it's certain parts of his life, certain businesses, or his life in general, entirely, whatever it may be. And he says, well, you're right, because I take advantage of the tax laws that people like you have created, and you've created them for your benefactors. The people that help support your campaign and put money in your pocket are the ones that are also benefiting from the same tax laws. Yes. Ultimate power corrupts ultimately. Absolutely true. And she's not the only one. You got all your Mitch McConnells. You got all your... Look at the Kennedys. How many millions and millions and millions of dollars have they made off the taxpayers? You know? You could go on and on and on about how many of these people either don't belong in office or whatever. But here's a reality that really bothers me. Okay? And I had this discussion with my mom one day when we were talking about politics, because she thinks Trump's terrible, and my sister feeds that a lot, and that's fine. She's always entitled to her opinion. I am too. But the reality is this. Right around the turn of the century, our Congress people, our government officials in Washington, were 9-to-5ers just like us. They all had real jobs. They owned a grocery store. They were bankers. They worked in coal mines, whatever. And they came from all corners of the country having regular jobs. And when it was time to make the laws and vote on the laws that run this country, they hopped on a train and they rode across the country for a week, depending on where they live. California, a week, maybe Missouri, 3-4 days, whatever it took. And they went to Washington, they made the laws, and they went home to their regular jobs, just like we have. The only pay they got out of that was lost time wages. So if you had to take 2 weeks off of your regular job, close your grocery store up, and you averaged $100 a week for your salary or your money that you made, they gave you per diem lost wages for that time you missed work. Or if you had to close up your plumbing job for 2 weeks. Yeah, I agree with that. But let's say you're a plumber and you had to miss 2 weeks of work because you had to go to Washington to make the laws because you're a public servant. Okay, that's fine. Our government paid you per diem. They paid you any travel expenses, lost time wages, paid for your meals, and any accommodations you had to get while you were in Washington. Seems pretty fair to me. You're serving the public, you get the things that interrupt your life. Okay? Our federal tax at that point, now mind you, we didn't have the infrastructure we do now, we didn't have the cost of military that we do now, we didn't have roads that we do now, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But our federal tax at that time, 2%. 2% was our federal tax. Now by the time you end up getting to the end of the year, you paid taxes, you're paying 50 to 60% of your wages go to taxes. They also have a minimum of $185,000 a year salary, full benefits, second homes in Washington, full retirement package with free health care, and on and on and on. And the only person voting for their wage increases is them. We don't have any say in the matter. They get to vote on their own raises every year. How would you like to have that job? You know, I think I did a really good job this year and I deserve a $20 an hour raise. Your boss would flip out and throw you out of the building. I just realized I don't have my guy out, do I? Holy crap, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, gang. We need a little help here. But we got a lot of outs, don't worry. So then my mom says to me, well, they have to be in Washington all the time now because of, yeah, I agree with that 100%. Shut them down while they're shutting everybody else down. Hell yeah. Mom says to me, well, you got to understand that when they go to Washington to make the laws, it takes time for them to travel. So they can't always just travel across the country. And I said, Mom, I love you. With all due respect, you're crazy. She says, well, now what in the hell is that supposed to mean? I said, think about it, Mom. What did they do turn of the century to get across country? They rode the train. Right? She says, well, yeah. Best way of transportation back then. I said, right. Nowadays, they can hop on an airplane and be from one coast of the country to the other, with the exception of Alaska and Hawaii, in 4 hours. So instead of taking a week to get across country, they can do it in 4 hours. Tell me again why they need to have an extra home in Washington. Tell me why they have to have a $200,000 a year salary. Tell me again why they need all this extra money. But you couldn't, obviously. But it really bothers me that it's come to that. We have to sit and watch. Well, they either keep for themselves or squander the money that we work to make, and they just keep taking more when they run out. Wouldn't that be great if you could do that at your job? Well, you know, boss, I was doing real good with my wages and paying my bills and everything like that. Then I decided to buy a horse and bought a new car. My wife needed a new mink coat. So I need a $30 an hour raise, and you're going to give it to me. Because I need that extra income. Huh? Why? It should not be. And it shouldn't have to be. Coming at me with Ursa Luna. Woo. I think tonight's stream is going to be short, gang. I know you've heard me blowing my nose and sneezing a lot the last, well, probably a couple of weeks now. Yes. Can it be? Well, that might be a little bit wishful thinking, if you think that's a good idea. But I do think Puerto Rico will be. Now, whether that helps us, hurts us, whatever, you can take it to the bank all day long on whether that's good, bad, or otherwise. But I will say this. Yeah, I do. I like the concept of the deck, and there are videos out there that are like that. Yep. Yep. Let me tell you this. You know, I've watched firsthand, and most of us that have been on this planet more than 15 minutes have watched firsthand what the trade deficits and things have done to the American economy, the American home, the American job, and everything else. Now, one of the stories I've told over recent times, actually for quite a long time, is one of our locals here, one of the hometown boys from our town, ran for and got into Congress and spent quite a bit of time there. And when he was there, he was a Democrat, but, you know, whatever, that's fine. Just, that's not meant to be a dig on one side of the aisle or the other, it's just a fact. He got into office and had big ambitions and talked about the big plans he had and all these things. And then he got to Washington. Well, that's probably true. Yeah, we'd need Canada to finish it off, you're right. Might be a little hard to deal with all them polar bears and all that hockey, but, you know. But as his time went by there, you could see less and less of the hometown boy that wanted to fight for the local farmers and do the right things for the people of our area. And more of the corruption of Washington coming out in him. And the perfect example of why or how that got to be so bad was one of the local manufacturing facilities in town. Many of you may have heard of it, known as Lacrosse Footwear. They made rubber boots and things like that. The internet would be happy. Yeah. A lot of people were employed in that facility, and it was, you know, 100-year-old facility or whatever it was. They've been making boots there for a very long time, and other things, rubber gloves and things like that. But if you've ever worked in any kind of an industry where you've needed rubber boots, go right ahead. I'll be here. I'll try to watch for you. Lacrosse Footwear has been around a long time. There was rubber mills before that. It's kind of like Red Wing shoes. It was back in the day. Well, when this congressman was in office, one of the things that was proposed and actually ended up eventually passing was the free China trade. Free China trade came into effect, and this congressman was running around parading to everybody about all this thing is going to be so good for our country. It's going to help our manufacturing because there won't be taxes and tariffs on things we export to other countries like China. And China is the largest, you know, I think they're the largest population in the world, yeah. They got a lot of people. They need a lot of stuff. Whether it's farm, food, or steel, manufacturing, whatever. They need a lot of stuff. Because they got like 5 times more people than we do. So it was proposed and eventually passed under the implication that this free China trade was going to be good for our economy by everybody sending their stuff to China with no taxes on top and then buying more stuff. The first thing that happened in our area are the people in the tournament just know there's going to be people from all over the world there. Now, I'll tell you this, Gate Smasher, back in the day, all 11 regions of the United States were all running the same day. So you had to pick one to go to. Now they have like 15 regional tournaments throughout the world. And they're all at different times. So where we had 500 people at our regional, the last one that I recall being on the old way, there will be 5,000 people there Saturday. And there will be people from all over the world. And back in the day, when you won a regional, like my son took second in the Memphis, Tennessee regional. He got a $1,000 scholarship, a whole bunch of product, a trophy, and, swag. Now, if you win the Masters division, you win it, $10,000 in cash, plus all the swag and blah, blah, blah. So it's become a money grab. It's for many people. But it also is profitable if they can travel there and win. So there literally likely be people from all over the world here. So it's a big deal. Well, anyway, back to this rubber mills thing, or lacrosse footwear. So they did that, and the first thing that happened is the footwear packed up and went to China. Because instead of paying union workers fair living wages, $15 an hour, whatever it was at that time, they built a factory in China and paid everybody 10 cents a day or whatever it was to work in China. Because people there needed money because the Chinese government oppresses poor people. Alleged. Whatever. So many things are made in China because labor is so cheap. No, you can use any deck you want as long as it's in current format. And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is the Mega Evolution set, okay? Mega Evolution is the newest set to be out. And if you look closely at the bottom of these cards, down in this little box right down here, there's an I. See that I right there? Letter I? That means that it is from the I block, which is the newest block that is out. If you go back to Scarlet and Violet, these are all the different Scarlet and Violet sets that came out throughout the time of Scarlet and Violet. So if we go back here to, let's say, Paldea Evolved, which is a fairly old one, you look down here and there's a G. Okay? There's the G down there. No, they cannot. You, according to the rules, whatever country you are in, the primary language, you can use that or English. English is accepted worldwide, as well as whatever country you're in. If you're in Germany, German and English. If you're in Mexico, it's Spanish and English. So now if you take a look here, this is the newest of the Scarlet and Violets. You also see the I down there, okay? We'll go back a few more sets. Let's try Prismatic. Okay, you see down here now there is an H. So some of the Scarlet and Violet sets are under the H block. Some are under the G block. Some are under the I block. All alphabetical by their release. Current format right now is G block and newer. So if we go way back now, if we go back a little bit further to the Sword and Shield era, which is 4 years old plus, you see down here that they have the F block, right? Last year the F block rotated out, or last season. So these cards are no longer legal in a standard tournament, and anything older also would not be allowed in a standard tournament. If you go back even farther to Sun and Moon now, which is in the 7-year-old area, something like that, you don't even see that letter down there. in many of their sets. There are a few of the newest ones, I believe, that do have letters. I can't remember exactly where, but that's how they determine it, by age, okay? So, standard format, you can use literally any cards that come out in any of the sets that are in the blocks that are legal to play. And you have to choose which ones you use. The only things that are requirements is you must play exactly 60 cards. You cannot play any more than 4. No. There's no. You have to use G, H, and I block right now. Those are the ones that are legal. You can only play 60 cards. You cannot play 4 of anything. So when you go back over here to a deck, let's say, and you take a look at this deck. Now, let's not look at this one. Let's look at this one. So any Pokemon like these guys, I can only play a maximum of 4. Any trainer cards, item cards, supporters, anything that says trainer on it, I can only play a maximum of 4. The only thing that I can play more than 4 of is the basic energies. Fire, psychic, water, lightning, whatever. The only other requirement that you have is you must play at least one basic Pokemon. It says basic up in the corner, you have to have at least one. So if you wanted to play a really stupid deck, you could play one, well, use this guy. 1 Pinsir, 59 grass energies. That would be a legal deck. Wouldn't be very good, but it would be legal. Now, as far as the draw output, that depends on the deck. And I can show you something that's quite ridiculous for draw output, but if you've been watching any of the videos that I've made about this deck, this is why I call it draw, you've seen the amount of power for drawing cards that this provides. That enriching energy provides. When I can play this card down, draw 4 cards, and then shuffle it back into my deck using the Dunsparce's Runaway Draw, and then use it again later, I'm drawing silly amounts of cards. Yes, at this level, it's best 2 out of 3. The one we played on Sunday, the League Challenge, was best of 1. And then there will also be a top cut. Well, to the best of my knowledge, the way they do things now at a regional, and again, it's been 18 years since I've played in one, is you play 2 out of 3 for the Swiss matches. You have to have a certain number of points, whatever that point level may be, to get to day 2. And day 2 will be the upper echelon, the top 10%, 20%, whatever it is, of the players. And they will play more Swiss rounds until they get to a point where you have to have one of the 8 top spots. And then it's 2 out of 3 top cut elimination. Let me show you something else. So on the first day, you're probably going to play 9 rounds, give or take. So that's at least 9 hours of playtime, plus breaks and lunch and everything in between. And then the second day, you'll probably play 6 more. And if you make it to the top 8, then you'll play 3 more all the way to the finals if you make it that far. But theoretically, if you do well enough on day 1, you could be playing 15 rounds. And a lot of it is dependent on how many people show up. Take a look at this. This is a deck that I built for unlimited play. Now what that means is anything goes. New cards, old cards, banned cards, doesn't matter. Okay? Anything goes in this deck. And there are occasional events like this. They're not very common. Our guy in Sparta, Tim, runs April 1st or thereabouts. He'll run an Anything Goes tournament just to see the creativity and what kind of craziness people can come up with. And Sturtaz, my nephew, He's got some of the most ridiculous decks that you can imagine. He actually has perfected one now where he will draw through his entire deck in one turn. And by the time he gets done drawing through it and setting up, you will not be able to play, or excuse me, you can play basics down, but you can't attack with them. You can't evolve anybody, and you can't use any abilities. It's insane. I have like 7 or 8. I have 3 that I'm taking with that would be considered eligible for this tournament. But I have 7 or 8 that I'm taking with. I'm trying to travel fairly lightly. Just because there's 3 of us and we're taking my truck and I have to take all my medicine, my medications, my machines, my scooter, everything else. So I'm going to show you this real quick and you can see what you think of this. This is a deck that I call, well, actually Mickey called it Solitaire, or Watch You Play. 80 HP is the biggest guy I have. They're not very big. There's Megas right now that have 380 HP. None of them hit very hard. For example, this is my only attacker. He does 20 damage, and then you can take him and any cards attached to him, shuffle them, or put them in any order you want, and put them on the bottom of your deck. I only use 1 energy, and it's a multi-energy. And I only use 1, and guys like this guy take 2 energies to attack, so it would be pointless to even try to attack with him. Okay? That's where the regular parts of a deck end. His ability says when you put him from your hand to your bench, you can draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. This guy says when you drop him from your hand, you can look at your prize cards, choose one of them if you want to, put it in your hand, and then put a card in place in the prizes for it, and then set the prizes up in any order that you want. Okay? Kind of crazy so far. These unknown R's. Say retire. If they're on the bench, you can throw them away and draw a card. So you got a draw engine. The unknown Q just gives one of these other guys free retreats. He can be attached as a tool and give them free retreat. This is where it starts to get a little more interesting. This guy has Flashbite. When you drop him from your hand to your bench, you can put 1 damage counter on any one of your opponent's Pokemon that you want. Okay? So you're like, well, that's great, Barbecue, but you're doing them 3 guys for 3 damage, him for 20 damage. You ain't doing very much. You're right. Not with that. Poke Drawers, there's 4 of these in the deck that say if you play 1 of these at a time, you can draw an extra card. If you play 2 of these at a time, you can take any 2 cards out of your deck that you want. Hypnotoxic Laser says your opponent is poisoned, and if you flip a coin in its heads, they're also asleep. A little more damage. Level Ball, search for any one of the Pokemon in the deck because it's 90 or less. Item Finder, search the garbage for any tool card or item card you want, put it in your hand. Now, you remember that retired R that we had? We threw him away, put him on our bench, threw him away, and drew a card. Well, a card like this lets me go get a guy out of the trash and put him back in my hand. So I could reuse that R. Mr. Fuji says you can pick up one of the Pokemon you have in play and shuffle it back in your deck. Well, if that Crobat's out and I put 10 damage on the board, then I can play Mr. Fuji and I can pick it back up, shuffle him back in my deck and go get him again later to put 10 more damage up. Well, we've increased our damage output a little bit. So we've got 4 Mr. Fujis in there. More level balls. Here's another great card. So if this guy gets put on the bench and puts 10 damage on the board, right? We did that. No. Well, there used to be, they had what was called a pre-con deck tournament, pre-constructed deck tournament. Everybody got a pre-constructed deck, and that's what you played. We did used to have those. They don't make those anymore. 4 pre-releases. Scoop Up says I can choose any one of my guys and pick it up and put it back in my hand. Well, I just did him again, so now I did 20 damage out of him. Plus Mr. Fuji, so now I did 30. So we play 4 Scoop Ups. Plus Power says when my active attacks during the turn this was played, I do 10 more damage. There's 4 of them in there. So now my attack's up to 60. We dropped that bat more than once, so we're doing some damage. Back to the unknown R's. They're in our discard pile. This card, which we play 4 of, says you can take 1 and put it in your hand, or 3 and shuffle them back into your deck. So we can use those R's over and over again, right? Luxury Ball lets us search out any non-level X Pokemon. More plus power, more Mr. Fuji, more rescue, more plus power, more rescue, more plus power. Burbank City Gym says if anybody's poisoned on the field, instead of taking 1 per poison slowly like we normally do, this makes it 3 per turn. So you just added 2 more damage for that Hypnotoxic Laser's damage output. More Scoop Up, more of that. Rescue Carrier, you can search your discard pile for up to 2 cards, Pokemon with 90 HP or less. Well, I can get 2 R's, put them back in my hand, set them on the bench, throw them away, and draw 2 more cards. Genius. We play 4 of them. We're allowed 1 ace spec per deck, so we choose Scoop Up Cyclone. Pick a guy in the play, pick him up, and then you can use him again. Scoop Up Nets. Play 4 of those. Also lets you get in, pick up a guy, and put him back in your hand. So if we're using all those things to pick guys up and put them back down, these Crobats are suddenly doing a lot more than 1 damage counter each. Professor Oak says discard your hand and draw till you have 7 cards. Now remember, none of these cards yet are a supporter, so I can play as many of these as I want during my turn. Here's another special card. If you look closely at these Crobats, you notice they have like an SP next to the picture there. I'll be right with you, Ben. See that SP right there? These are called the Plasma Stage or whatever, but Crobat G is an SP Pokemon. Well, they came out with an item card that says Poke Turn. Any of your SP Pokemon can be picked up off the field with this card. So we play 4 of those so we can do 4 more damage with our Crobat. Expert Belt attached to our active Pokemon when he attacks does 20 more damage. So now our guy's doing 80 for a swing. And on and on and on with all those cards where we're drawing and drawing and reusing and drawing and reshuffling and redrawing and redrawing and redrawing. And then we burn through every card in our deck and we've done all this damage to the board and used up our whole thing and everything's in our discard pile, right? Our 1 supporter for turn is called Lysander's Trump Card. This card has been banned from organized play since it was legal to use. Both players shuffle their deck or their discard pile into their deck. And then you start all over and do it all over again. So your draw output that you talked about, there's ways to make it almost unlimited. Or at least so significant your opponent doesn't stand a chance. And you probably play the entire 30-minute round by yourself. There's a lot you can do to manipulate things. Alex is even worse than I am, believe it or not. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? But you literally can build anything out of any of the cards that are legal in the format you're playing, whatever it may be, whether it's standard, expanded, unlimited, pre-con, pre-release, whatever you have in there, if you can find the combinations that do the things you want it to do, they're all fair game. I love energy manipulation decks, and I love special condition manipulation decks. So for example, this one here, did you take the wrong deck again? Yeah, that's okay. If you look back at my 2006-2007 deck that I still have together, the Delta Species Metagross and Dragonite were a beautiful combination to put together because one threw away energies to do more damage, and the other one took them out of the discard pile and attached them to the bench. So you would wash, rinse, and reuse your energies over and over again to do more damage. And I made a lot of people angry with that deck. I made a lot of top cuts with that deck. Over a 2-year span, I was traveling every other weekend, and I was making cut every weekend. And Jimmy Ballard is a very good friend of mine from Chicago. He owns Top Cut Comics. They have several stores in the middle of the country. He, in 2007, when we went to Memphis, he had developed a deck he called Destiny. This is just after he took second in the world, okay? He developed Destiny to beat my Mennonite deck. Now, it had to be competitive with other things, obviously, because if you just beat one deck and then you can't beat anybody else, what's the point? But he primarily built it to beat my Mennonite deck because my Mennonite deck was that strong. You playing Gardevoir? Really? I hate Gardevoir. Yeah, Jimmy and I ran around together a long time. And I hope I get to see him this weekend. Last time I saw him, Michelle was still alive, and we were up in Minneapolis, and he just happened to call me. And he says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, we're up in the city. He's doing bin shopping." And he says, "Well, we're up here they went to the Prince Museum." And he says, "Meet us for lunch." I said, "Sure." So we met at the 5-8 Club and had lunch together. Yeah, well, he was damn good at it, I'll tell you that. And ironically, one of the youngsters that played in his area played that deck as well. I played against my son in the finals and beat him. So, not that there's any ill will or hard feelings because of that, but it just shows you that he came up with an amazing deck, and he had a whole team that would work together on decks, and they came up with something amazing, and they played it, and they did well. Well, that's a bunch of crap. Jeez. Jinkies! Well, we gotta get some more people out here. These are the wrong people to have all of them out. Hey. No, never did that. Never concentrated hard enough to do that. In fact, actually, when he took second in the world in 2006, I actually helped him work on the deck and helped him develop it. That was the first year I worked World, so I really didn't care what he was doing. But, yeah, we had a hand in him helping develop that deck. A lot of other people did too. And with his brilliant, unorthodox way of playing, worked for him. I actually have a copy of the deck in my bag that's going with me. I carry it everywhere. And he actually autographed it. You ever seen any of the World Championship decks when they release those? Of the winners and whatever, they have copies of the deck, and they're not legal to play cards because they're World Championship cards. I have his that has his printed autograph, and he signed it for real too, because he's my friend. I love Jimmy. Spent a lot of years together. Yes, it's very good. That's why I keep it with me. And my Mennonite deck from 2007 is still together, still in my box, as well as that crazy thing that I have there. Oh, Ben literally got a list for Gardevoir somewhere. This is not going to be easy, gang. If he sets this thing up and can go to town with it. We gotta mind our P's and Q's or something. P's and Q's. Anything like peas and carrots? Huh? Ah. Me and Jane went together like peas and carrots. Okay, let's see what we got here. What do we got we can play? Nothing. Let's play this then. That didn't work out too bad. We'll play that. Thank you. Good night, Gates Musher. Give Stats a hug for me. I don't think I'm going to be far behind you. I'm tired too. I did not sleep well last night. I've really struggled today. Darn it. I wanted to play Zerosic against him. Well, we're going to struggle. Well, now never mind. He just took our stadium away. Now we got to work at it again. Glad you're exploring other decks, Ben. Throw in energy. I just gonna get the dark energy so I can start monkeying me. There's Gardevoir. Is that Mega? Ooh, should have put down the regular one. Really? Don't do that to me. I'm not in the mood. We need a little bit of help here. One card we're looking for. One card. That's all we want is one card. That'll work. That's close enough. No, wrong tool, dummy. Say goodbye to my little friend. PGR Pro, what's good, my man? How you doing? Hey, I apologize for not getting you more codes yet. I am still trying to recover from whatever the hell's wrong with me. I think it's sinus infection because I've been on antibiotics for well over a week and I'm not getting any better. It's been over 3 weeks. But I still have them right here. They're all sitting right here. When I get time, I will take pictures and have those to you, my friend. Great to have you aboard. How's things over there on the other side of the world? That's the one you want out. It's been hell, let's just say that. It's been absolute Haiti. What are you doing? There you go. Adrena, brain it. We are, I'm actually heading to regionals this weekend. The girls convinced me to go. So I am driving 3.5 hours to go to regionals. Taking my scooter so I can get around and everything. That's the tempting target. I don't think I have the horsepower to do it, though. Well, let's find out. Let's see if we can get the horsepower to do it. Do it. Let's see if we can find the horsepower to do it. Because I really want to. That did not help. Crap. Well, let's see if we can draw into it. Maybe we can use it next turn. Call me my friend. That isn't it either. That isn't it either. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get it this turn, so let us poison him. Let us. We will take him out. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. Now, let's see if Ben's been doing his research. No, he has not. We might have to teach him how to play Gardevoir. If you like his deck, Ben, let me know and I'll teach you how to play it. Now, put the energy on him, Adrena Brain, and knock me out. Yep. You got a guy that's got more than 20 on him? I can't see the back ones. No, 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 no. No. You only want to put the energies on your attacker. Secret box. You got more energies in your hand? There you go. Alright. Get whatever you're going to get with secret box, but put this energy on the monkey dory. Put it on the monkey. Unless you're going to retreat, which you could do, if you lose your dart. What did he Night Stretcher for? Must have been the monkey, yep. Need one more monkey. Well, I die of poison, so you got that going for you. Well, let's see if we can draw the card this time. Haven't had much luck so far. That's not it. Just to be on the... Get as many cards out of the deck as we can. Let's see if it's in here. No, that's why we're not drawing it. It's not here. One of our last two prizes. Most unfortunate. Alright, well, we know we don't have to draw anymore. Oh yeah, I gotta choose an active, don't I? Duh. Alright. I don't think I got any more left in me. It's been 2.5 hours. I need to get some rest. So I think I'm going to bed. And I know. I go to bed, that's one thing. Falling asleep isn't it? Really, Ben? Last one. Then I'm going to bed. You should too, since you got school. Oh, my eyes are starting to freak out too. I was just looking at my screen over there. My Elgato was up there. Notice we're not starting with Fanroom anymore. I wonder why. No, whatever. We'll figure out a way to get him. Not like that. So depending on what he does this turn, I may try a different strategy, or I may stick to my guns. Boy, threw a secret box. Ooh. Oh, thank you. I need better stuff. That's only marginally better. It'll be good enough, but no, it won't. Yeah, it will. No, it will. Yeah, it won't. Huh? Oh, God. So sorry, guys. I'm not even paying attention to the camera. Here we're playing this game, and you can't even see it. I apologize. I haven't done that for a while. JD's usually really good about reminding me. He must have went to bed. Well, Ben's got the drawing part of the deck down. Oh, no. Never throw away the purple. Only throw away the purple, never the black. Always keep the darks. Always. You put the dark on the monkeys every turn. Okay, we got our work cut out for us. Well, we can get started at least. Maybe next turn we can do something good. Really? That was mean. That I don't mind. Hmm. Well, we might have to skip a turn here. Depending on what we get off of this. I can't play that because I need a jet energy to move. That's not a jet energy. That's a jet energy. Question is how do I want to go about this? Oh, well, we can try this. This would be fun, he said. Oh, we don't have that in here no more. Jeez Louise, imagine that. We prized it. No, I don't believe it. So my choices are two. But I don't have a Dunsparce to evolve. So we'll try something a little different. I already used that. Keeps taking away stuff I need.
Oh no!
It does too. What kind of a message was that? Really? They just gave me a $15 gift card, huh? Well, I gotta spend 75 or more. Of course. Why not? Okay. Alright, what's he doing here? He's getting Gardevoir. Okay. Alright, now we got something to work with. So now we do this. Now we do this. Now we do this. And we don't draw nothing. Don't draw nothing. No good. Now I got the hiccups. Well. Okay, let's try it again. You don't draw nothing. Sure is exciting to draw nothing, ain't it? It's okay. We'll be alright. So ideally when I play this match, I want to get it loaded for bear, have my conquildors going, and I just start crushing these guys before they get evolved to Gardevoir EX. That's not how fortunate we are this game. I got some work to do with you on this bag. We got to figure this deck out for you. Need to teach him to play. If he decides he wants to play this deck. No damage on the timbers. You only move 3, but you can move 3 to the timber. But the idea is to get at least 3 monkeys out with 3 dark, 1 dark energy on each, and then shuffle the psychic energies around however you need to do it to make attacks happen. But the monkeys should always be moving damage. Alright. Well, let's try it again. No, I don't want that. Take that one. Take that. Let's go. I gotta draw cards. Nope. Jesus. Strike 2. There, we finally got one. Holy moly, I didn't think I'd ever see a Conkeldurr. I'm not 100% convinced I want to go after that just yet. Well, now I don't have a choice. Ah, crap, I was supposed to retreat there. Dang it, I hit the wrong button. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Good, Psychic in the junk. Dark to the hand. And Psychic if you can do it, yep. Don't throw away the dark. Good. Oh, that figures. Well, we got stuff we can use at least. I don't like that strategy. Even when Ben plays it. But, dude, you're running out of cards. See how many cards you got left in your deck? One. One. Now you don't have any. Now what do you do? That was pretty wretched. Let's see how hard I can slap that monkey. $290 plus 30 for poison. That would have taken Gardevoir out. Not the Mega, but the EX. Now he can't draw. Alright. I'm going to bed. I don't care. I'm going to bed. I got to try to have a reasonable night's sleep for a change and hopefully start kicking this sinus infection over. Thanks everybody for checking in tonight. Appreciate y'all being a great smasher, PGR Pro. Ben, always great to have you here to play. You know that. It is a fun deck. But you got to learn to resource manage. It will teach you. I'm out of here. 3 is the number, gang. Much love to all of you. See you tomorrow night.